EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. Leading them out, a familiar face for the other sideline, a guy drafted first overall the year the Rams moved back to L.A. And the face of the franchise really for 5 seasons, Jared Goff. Right to the air, here is Goff. And incomplete to open things up.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal of how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
That's the score. Rams.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Going underneath, Gibbs has it. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now it's gone. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 50, it's Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Now Goff. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back to throw, Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Gone. This is caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They're led out by someone who needs no introduction to these Lions. Their quarterback for 12 seasons and the franchise's most prolific passer with over 45,000 yards and nearly 300 touchdowns. It's Matthew Stafford. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. First run now for Kyron Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down at the 28. 2 yards on the first down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. These two teams all tied after one. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
That's good for a Rams first down.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Complete. Smith has it.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This 2nd and 4. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Williams trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Rams have taken the lead. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Rams 14.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
16 yards.
16 yards right off the bat, but a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45.
46-yard line.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Goff. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's across midfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Now Goff. That's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And St. Brown going to have the Lions 1st down as he'll take this down to the 22-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, he's got to slow. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. To the air again. Goff. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and a couple. From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Stafford now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, Stafford.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now a 2nd and 10.
In motion goes the tight end. Here's Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
So we are deadlocked at the break here, and the EA Sports halftime report starts.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Here's Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And they get this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8.
From the 50, it's Stafford.
Screenplay set up for Williams.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Back to throw, Stafford. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
32-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
No gain? Quarterback sneak? No gain? Aren't you supposed to get something out of that?
Yeah, needed a full yard there. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
First down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 41-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Gibbs straight ahead. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Lions 21.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. Pass taken in. Ball has been tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the
And here we are in the 4th quarter,
line.
partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th
As his
down.
old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
2nd down and 3.
Goff. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Goff now looks to throw. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And this is caught by Williams. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here.
So when your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Back to throw, Goff. That's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Intended for
when they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Bates' kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down 24-17. 1:07 remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown. And here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50. But that one falls incomplete.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 6 yards.
Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.